Day 315 of making videos. No agenda today, just a general update. But it does seem to be that people are liking more the life mastery, life design videos, getting some really nice comments and nudges in that direction. So thank you for watching and commenting. That's really been the heart, that is the heart of the company, and a lot of the other businesses and brands that fit into that, and projects and life upgrades projects all fit into one of those 5 categories of LifeMaster, breaking your life down into those 5 departments: health, work, people, finances, and evolution. Because it's just, oh no. Yeah, we've got got a really good book that came yesterday called Breathe. It was a bestseller or something. I was ordering another couple of books that aren't allowed to be sold on Amazon, which is a bit weird, isn't it? And this other book was there, and I thought, oh yeah, I'll get that, because I'm just very into the breathing. It's so good for you. And some of my videos where I've been talking about those 5 decisions that we have every life, and pulling yourself out of looking at the past negatively or the future negatively, in order to bring yourself back to the present, and then project yourself to the future and pull your present to that positive future life design plan of yours, with those 5 areas of life, helping you to detail those things. It's quite it's just the easiest way to do that is to use the breath. Now, a lot of people like to think yoga is about the body and flexibility. It's not. You're using the body to manipulate and harness the power of the breath, to harness the power of your vibration, to bring you to that back of a vibration of the pure kind of consciousness or universe. Some people call it, God, Jesus, spirit, source. I just think it's like, yeah. When I'm feeling good today, when you're feeling really good, everything's flowing, everything's like, yeah, really good. I think you just your fluctuations are more in tune with that of the universe. We can only see a fraction of 1% of the electromagnetic spectrum. All the stuff that we can see, we're like, oh yeah, we're human, we know loads, we know what's going on. It's like we can hardly see anything. We don't know anything. We're being exposed to huge waves of different energies from the electromagnetic spectrum at all times. And I do believe our moon affects that. I do believe our planets affect that, the solar systems and galaxies that are bigger. And apparently, yeah, one of we've just come out of the Kali Yuga cycle. There are cycles of days, hours, seconds. There are also these big months, years, centuries. But the yugas are, I learned about them in yoga as well, but I just saw a video on YouTube the other day. The Kali Yuga is over, and that's one of the darkest periods. And apparently, a week or so ago, we came past the worst part, and now we're on the up to the golden ages. And these cycles are something like 21,000 years. I can't remember. They're thousands of years, basically. So I guess to be alive and to be on one of the turning points is quite a lucky thing. And also the astrological crossover to the age of Aquarius, because I think we're in the age of Pisces for thousands of years, a couple of thousand years. I think they're 2,100. So that was another big thing. Apparently it's this will be the crumbling of centralized systems, corruption, and people having too much power, which could be quite cool. That's why I love crypto, and I love the decentralization of everything. That's why we like buying things from different producers and not having it come from one place. And I think the modern food farming system, it's all become too centralized. And I made a video about selenium. We need to make more food for people, but doing it in the way that depletes the soil. You might have all these carrots and potatoes, but the nutrients in there they look like a carrot. They kind of taste like a carrot, not as good, but the nutrient levels are just vastly lower than they would have been because of these centralized over farming situations. I was volunteering at the local little food garden up the way, and I had visited a few others, and I had considered, we were starting to grow stuff in our garden and we were going to go for that, but now obviously our landlords are selling up, so we're getting out and getting a van and putting all of our stuff into this van and going to Europe. In 1st of June we have our first place booked on the south coast of France in a new scenario. So that's going to be amazing and good to profile and very inspirational, I think, for my videos for business. But yes, where we are, we're going off on tangent after tangent. Getting lots done though. What was I talking about? I was talking about the centralization of the food systems in these ages, and yes, the breath. Bringing yourself the breath. Yoga is a way to do it, but you can just breathe. You don't have to sit down and cross-legged meditation pose. Just breathe throughout the day. If you notice your mind running away from you, hold at the top. It's 4-part breath, but notice it's really an 8-part breath, because you notice once you breathe in, to change from the hold, you have to change things in your body to the sit for the hold. And then once you want to release, there's some very subtle changes in the body to then release that, and release that in a controlled manner for the out breath. And then again, you're holding on the bottom. So it's kind of 4-part breath, but for me, there's 8 parts to it, because I think there's a lot of magic to be said about noticing the 4 corners of when you're changing from each section of that 4-part breath. But if you can just keep going back there, if you're stressed, if you're tired, if you're emotional, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're not feeling good, just keep bringing yourself back to the breath, and then over time you can start to project yourself to the future and pull yourself out of this situation into an amazing future possibility scenario, and summon up the energies to get there. And you're programming your subconscious to move more towards that. So you'll then start to feel really good and start to automatically act in ways to get there. So I want to talk about I'm going to do the book club tomorrow, because that's one part of the evolution category for easy, mate, bloody hell. Yeah, easy. Got to be on the lookout. Yes, Nonconformity Book Club is about providing you with a bit of a community and program to ensure that you're reading. And reading and education is all about evolving. So that is one of the 5 areas of life. So I'm thinking we're just going to have a limited to 1,000 people, and it's just $6 a month. I'm going to think about that and probably make the video tomorrow and get that one polished off and launched, because this book that came inspired me, and to just get that done. And then I want this business as me as a user, and I think it would be great for other people just to commit. It's only a small amount of money, and then we're going to use some of that money to circle it back. There's some other potential business model upgrades for that, but at the end of the day, you just need to be reading a book a month, taking notes, and then you can share that with the community if you want. And in turn, we'll be building a community of like-minded people. So, booyah!